Hi guys, 𝗤𝗂𝗄𝗏 here from Bushwhacker Africa. Super excited. Today we're going to demonstrate to you the very first Bushwhacker Hilux extended cab camelback camper for Zambezi Car Rentals Namibia. They've decided to partnership with Bushwhacker Africa, and this will be the first model to go into their fleet of rentals for you guys coming to Africa to explore and travel Namibia. So work with me and follow me today as I go through the whole setup and the process, what you can expect when you arrive and pick up your first camelback rental car in Namibia to use and test and enjoy and explore Africa. Hey guys, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to Africa. So here we have a couple who've decided to rent the Bushwhacker camelback at Zambezi Car Rentals in Namibia. They're going to work with me today as we go through the process of setting it up, what to do, what steps to follow, and at the same time educate you, the client, what to expect and how to use this amazing Bushwhacker camelback product. So guys, what we're going to do is we'll start with setting up the awning. Always good. Shade in Africa is important. It gets hot, and often you get your camp late at afternoon, 4 o'clock plus minus, and the sunshine is out there, it's hot. So what do? You stop, and first of all, make sure that your car is level. Just walk around your campsite, check before you park up, and make sure that you got the sunset. In the afternoon, you want shade. In the morning, you can have sun into your kitchen area, but in the afternoon, you want shade. So just bear in mind east and west where the sun sets and rises. Check out the wind conditions. If it's windy, perhaps then you want your bed area into the wind and your kitchen set up out of the wind. So you do walk around, check your scenes, and then you'll see that level in the direction of the length, and check the back of your car, make sure it's nice and level. And if you find that it's a bit uneven, you can either put a stone under one wheel and drive up onto it, front or back, or dig a little hole in the ground and drop it in. But just get yourself level, because that's your bed space and your kitchen, everything is important, and it works after that. So let's do the awning, guys, first. I have explained to you in the past, so we'll start by opening up the awning and getting your shade set up. So we'll open up the bag right up to the top, and then just flip the cover over. For those that are short, there is a little step inside the rig, so you can pull that out need be. There's the securing straps that we release. All right, and then we need to open up the awning. You're going to grab your ratchet strap out of the hinge section. That's a good place to store them when you pack up and go. We always know where to find them. And then each of you pull your arm out. This is a 180 Bushwhacker awning. So you'll pull that round, the snap hook onto the end of the arm. Then you pull that one out, just grab the canvas there, yes. Clip it onto that hook over there. Then you walk around, and then on the front and the back of the vehicle are two eye-ring stainless steel bolts that you hook your straps into, and then you use the ratchet on the strap itself to pull the awning nice and tight. There. That's a good solid, give it a good tut and pull. So you put good tension in your awning, like that. You can do the same to that again, give it a good pull in the front. So these awnings are freestanding, but they do have poles. So I'll do the one pole. This pole clips out like that. It's adjustable, so you can pick up the height of your terrain, your ground where you're camping at. It gives it support, and best practice is, if you're going to bed at night, either fold away the awning if you're not sure about the weather conditions, or put your guide ropes down with the pegs provided to the ground, so there's no chance of a gust or a little storm coming through the night and damaging your awning. So you'll see you have two poles tucked away inside your awning. That pole is a brace that comes between the two front arms here, just to give it rigidity and support. It's got a lock in the position. You give it a push and lock. So that makes sure this is nicely supported here, gives it structure. And then we have a short little pole that you clip in on the base of the awning and into an eye-ring here in the tent that lifts this up. So that gives you that support to the awning and will allow any rain that you experience possibly in the night. And if you're fortunate enough in Africa to get rain, you go dancing in the outside first. Depends how you dress, it's up to you. But that will keep the rain from damming up on your awning. So what we got now, guys, is this awning's out, shade set up. Now we're going to proceed by opening up the pop top, getting out the ground sheet, putting out the gear out the inside, and setting up your camp. So let's go around to the back. Right, so here we are at the back of the CamelBak. We're going to proceed by opening up the two swing arms to give us access to the back door. So this box is where we have steps, and we've got our steps stored in here, and we can also use it for wood and accessories like that. That's your spare wheel. These Hiluxes do come with a second spare wheel underneath, so there are two spare wheel options. Back door open up, and here we're going to get access to all your gear inside, which is stored neatly on the floor. A little step. We're going to pull out the ground sheet first. So the ground sheet we open up, and that's just a nice little 2x2 ground sheet at the back door area so that you keep your dust from coming in and out as you go in and out of your camp during the camping setup. So that will come with 4 pegs. Line it up, send it to the back of your camper van. Then we can proceed to set up the step. I would bring it in a bit closer. So you'd have 4 pegs which you would put into the ground. And now we can proceed by opening up this box, lifting out your bushwhacker steps and inserting them into the back bumper. Right, so you'll see these is a custom product bushwhacker step. We insert them first into the back bumper and then proceed to pull out the bottom section. And that gives you a very supportive, comfortable, safe set of stairs to access in and out of your CamelBak. Right, so we can just throw the bag in there out of the way. What's nice about this little box too, you'll see later, it doubles up as a little work surface. You can put a stove here or your cups and coffee, whatever in the morning, you've got a little extra work surface. Right, so now we'll proceed by opening up the back pop top. So we just give that a pull. Just be careful of the ground sheet being slippery here on the cement floor. Right, so we'll proceed now by lifting up the back pop top. There's an elastic cord, shock cord, you'll see that we can just hook over the clip hooks on the back end of the pop top. That elastic's function is to pull in the canvas when you close up your camper to travel. So now we can unpack 2 chairs. We've got the ground sheets out already. We've got a shower cubicle we can pull out. So all that interior space is great for your gear that you travel with you. Even your tog bags and clothing can go inside there. There's bedding in here too. There's pillows, there's sheets and towels. All that is in there. That's a 2-plate cooker top. We can just put that on top of that for now. So now we've emptied out the interior. You can go around if you like and pop the clips on the front of the lid to open up the second section. Opening up the clips, releasing the clips on the front of the lid. Milan will release the latch on that side. You can at the same time bring your tables around. So you've got the 2 camping tables stored here in the roof rack, which is a great handy double table option. So you can either have it as a drinks table, food preparation table, washing up table, stove table. So it's great to have 2 freestanding tables. They just slide in the track above the cab. Aluminium is light, and what's nice about these tables is they've got gas struts that kick out the feet and make them very stable. So you just release the Velcro on the inside. If you just look here, got this little Velcro there, we just release, and voila, look at that. Kicks out, put the tables down, and you've got somewhere to put things down as you're opening and setting up camp. So right, we're done. We'll go inside, Carla, and we'll pop then the top, and we'll set up the little back canopy, which gives you shade and protection over the back door. There's 3 spring rods for that. And then we also have spring rods in that same bag which go for the tent. So blue is at the back and red is to the side. So we should have 3 blues, and the middle one is the longer blue that goes in the center of the little back canopy. Right, so I'll pass these to you. So we'll do the middle one first, the longest one. Hook it into the eye Put some tension in the back, and then it slots into a little receiver on the back of the camper. Then we do, close the door, use that handle. There's a handle over here which you've put there, so you put your left hand on the handle, step up on the back bumper, put your right foot on that support arm, and use that as a steady to hook in the right-hand side. Same procedure, put tension in it, slot it into the hole. As easy as that. 1, 2, 3. We can do the left-hand side. Right, then we'll proceed to open up the bed tent. Right, guys, we're going to now open up the bed tent. Very straightforward, good solid latch. Release the clip over there, pull the lever, bring it out, and then latch it back again like that. Sometimes it can rattle at night if it makes a noise. Drop that down, flip this out. This is the extension to give us a 2-meter bed inside. Pull this area out, and you hear the click. So it's clicked into place. Simple as that. There's a fly sheet on top, which keeps the sun off and also keeps the tent clean. Clip it out like that. You'll see on the corners there's an elastic. Just hooks into a little cleat over here on the side of the camper. And then we take the main tent and clip it over your bed. Underneath we've got at least 3 hooks that you just hook in underneath, and that secures the bed tent to your base. Simple as that, very straightforward. And remember, once again, we're on the ground. We're not climbing up over stuff to get to set up a bed and a tent. You're on the ground, it's easy and comfortable to work, and good clearance here too. So 3 spring rods, these are red in color. You see the one in the middle is slightly more bent than the others. You put it in and insert. So you can do it like Milan's doing it, but otherwise you just line up the hole underneath here, put it in, bring it up, and hook in like that. Give it some tension. Water can run off. You've got a protection on a bit of shade gap underneath above your tent, and voila, simple as that. All our tents come with a good fine mesh which allows airflow and no mosquitoes and midges to get inside. And as you can see, Milan is now going to open up the tent fully so you can get access to assist making up the bed from inside and outside. So 3 windows, both ends, and the front gives you good airflow. So right, now we're going to do the mattress. It's quite a simple process. It's a concertinaed 3-section mattress. It's joined. Push it forward, grab, and there it is. Look at that beautiful, custom-made, padded mattress with different layers of comfort in there, custom built for bushwhacker camelbacks. And then inside your tent, we've got 2 LED lights here at the end that gives you reading lights. You can put this one on too. And then the 2 pockets, these 2 great little pockets for your cell phone or headlamps as odds and ends at night close to your bed, and there's a reading book or something like that. So that's the bed. Now we can proceed to put out the bedding. The bedding is also very easy to put out. One person inside, Carla's inside, Milan is outside, and together they work as a team and just tuck the fitted sheet over the mattress. Simple as that. And then proceed to throw out the duvet, put the pillows out. This comes standard with your camelback rental for Zambezi rentals in Namibia. So bushwhacker bedding, comfortable, beautiful mattress, with a perfect place to sleep at night under the starry evenings. So now we're going to proceed by setting up the bushwhacker camelback kitchen. It's a phenomenal kitchen. It sets up easily, it offers a great work surface, lots of packing space, and ideal for preparing great meals outdoors in the bush. I just noticed, guys, let's tidy up the little awning cover. So you'll see that you can roll it up out of the way, and there's a little elastic and cleat that you can hook in. Just the attention to detail. I like attention to detail. It looks neat, it looks organized, and you've got to be proud of your campsite. Right, so we've got 2 storage compartments at the top, which open upwards on gas struts. So that gives you access to pots and pans, your gas, a little 2-burner stove or single burner stove, and that one. Then the main door drops down for a work surface, exposing your kitchen and all your crockery and cutlery. That door drops down 180 degrees right down, and gives you access to the fridge. Now remember, this is a drop-down fridge. Very important. It's a 𝗙𝗿𝗄𝗄 product. Great quality, works phenomenally, but you need to know how to operate it properly. So Milan's going to release the latch, and you put your lever down, keep pressure on that so that it allows it to slide out horizontally all the way out till it stops. Make sure then you drop it down, and the weight of the fridge then actually drops that fridge into position. Lower down, easy access, and you can get access to your lid and in contents inside. So it's a great product. Well done, 𝗙𝗿𝗄𝗄. I love your products. So now we have access to crockery, cutlery, knives and forks, work surface. Pull out a little stove there, you can pull that out. So we've got two options for cooking here. Yes, that's a little single burner propane inserted gas canister type setup. Great for quick coffee on the road, tea, whatever you like to make, and also in the mornings you can take it inside, put it on the counter inside your CamelBak and boil up water for coffee in the morning. So great product. And then at the same time we do have the Kaidak 2-burner gas stove, which you connect up to a gas bottle. You can set it up here on one of the tables, and that's for doing more continuous cooking and preparing meals like pastas and rice and potjies and pots and whatever you want to cook. So you got both options within the CamelBak. And then at the same time we see that we have LED lighting. Obviously all our compartments open up with LED lighting, touch button LED lighting, different brightnesses, and you've got different color options too, which is great for mosquitoes and mosses at night, insects. So there we got preparation tables, we've got cooking, we've got a fridge, we've got lighting, we've got shade. All this just pops out and folds out of the CamelBak. Phenomenal. Right, guys, it's now time to set up your wash area at the back, where you can do your dishes, and if you like, wash your hands and face. And then the best part of a day after camping and 4x4ing is that shower, when you have to wash the red dust off your body and the sweat and get ready for a night's sleep. Right, now we're going to proceed by setting up the back wash station area and shower. So both bags are stored in a secure area at the back left-hand side of the CamelBak. And in that big bag is where the framework is for the wash basins. You can then set it up with a double or a single, depending on what you order. This one comes with a double wash basin and a single drying rack. So you'll see these two clips, Milan, we'll just put that out of the way for now. That's going to insert in the frame. So we'll I want to show you something. See, if you look here, these two brackets, they slot into this track, in like that, in it goes, and you drop down, that locks into place. Also allows it to move up and down a bit. You release, and you've got these two steadies, these two support poles, they just clip in there. That one's adjustable, you can just lock it in place. Right, and then you've got these are great wash basins, you just press them out. One drying rack drops in there, and then just look at this folds up, exposing your hot water system and an amazing onboard mixer tap, hot and cold water, allows you access to both basins, and you've got a little cutout corner there where you can move in and get access to everything with lighting. Right guys, let's set up the shower. It's an easy pop-up type shower with an external frame. So we just open up the bag, pull it out, release the two straps around the main body, lift it out, and then you'll see that's the bottom end. So roll it open, yeah. Just pull that up. And then we've got to lift it up like that. That's the top section. Bring that up. And then fold this out like that. This middle section we just bring together. It's got a little clip over here in the middle that you insert. Right, so that's the main part, and then we extend the legs out. They got little press buttons at the top. So they click in, yours is clicked in. Yep. And then just clip these little clips over the poles. What I love about the shower, it's easy to set up, it's got a good solid external frame. 1.2 plus square base, built-in ground sheet, which you can remove or not, depending on need it. You can pick it up and position it where you need it. It's closed on the top, it's got vents, and it's perfect for those outdoor showers. So let's pick that up and just shift it into something like this. We can just bring it into the corner next to your bed. Got a doorway in the front here, near your hot water system. And then we can also proceed by connecting in this guy. So it's a portable shower kit. It's got an extendable leg that gives you height you need. You peg that into the ground with your mallet, peg it into the ground. Inside the corner of your tent, there's a little strap to hold it. And you connect it up to the hot water tap at the back of your wash station, and that gives you access to hot water and a shower. Simple as that. And sometimes you do camp at places where there's communal ablutions, but it's much better to be at your own spot, in your own space, and enjoy your own freedom. The last thing I want to do, I reckon, is set up your 2 camping chairs. And then we can light the fire and start relaxing. Some of the key features of this 𝗙𝗿𝗔𝗵𝗵𝗏 camelback I'd like to run through with you. At the kitchen area, we have, as I've said before, a single burner cooker. There it is, set up, kettle, cups and plates and mugs, wine glasses, goblets. We've got some place for wine or whiskey or brandy to be stored, a pull-out cutlery drawer with knives and forks set up for 4 people. So everything you need to prepare meals is included in this kitchen. We've got a set of stainless steel pot sets, gas bottle that powers the gas to your geyser system outside. Stored in here next to the fridge freezer is a fold-up FlexoPower solar panel, 240 watt. That will be connected to an external solar input plug on the other side of the camel back, and it says there's solar input. So if you need external solar power, you're under a tree. Remember, on the roof of this camelback, we've got 380 watts of power already pre-wired into the system. But if you find yourself under a shady tree and you're not getting the power you want, you take out your portable solar panel kit and you plug it in, and voila, you've got power again. So you've got enough power to power up the lithium battery in this rig. We've got inverters. It's powered by Victron, by the way. I'll show you the Victron system when I get inside. Then underneath here, we also have a built-in air compressor. Very important for off-roading. It's got an extendable pipe to get access to your tires. Important feature about traveling in Africa is not to exceed a comfortable speed. You're traveling with a 4x4 vehicle, it's got a bigger back, it's rigged, it's higher, it might have a bit of body roll in there. We recommend not faster than 70 to 80 kilometers per hour. So bear that in mind. The roads are sometimes good, they can be very corrugated. You can come around a bend, you find a drift, you can easily lose control. It's a rented vehicle. It is important that you stay in that speed limit of between 70 and 80 kilometers per hour. It's a comfortable place to be at. You can relax and enjoy the scenery at the same time. So bear that in mind. Tire pressures too, we like to recommend tire pressures between 1.6, 1.7 set cold, when it's static, and then as soon as you're driving and the heat builds up, those tire pressures do climb by 0.2 to 0.3 bar, so easily it goes up to 1.8, 1.9. So recommend 1.7 on average right through on your tire pressures. So bear that in mind. And then speed. Do not speed, please. It gets you into trouble and you don't want to ruin your holiday. Right, let's go inside. Once again, a good grab handle at the back here for access. And typically bushwhacker products, good high access door, comfortable to get in and out. And remember, our door also has a canvas panel and a net panel and a solid door. So that all adds value to your camping experience, especially in the hot Namibian climates. You want to experience airflow and coolness in the evening. So this is where these nets add great value to your camping experience. And inside we've got 1, 2, 3 additional windows with netting, including your bed area. That gives you that lot of access to airflow. Inside these campers, we offer a lot of packing space too, racks. There's shelving above the front cab here. There's additional lighting inside. There's a light up here which gives you a yellow and white feature. We've got those bed lights for reading. We've got additional swivel reading light here, which you can sit up back against the wall, chill, and just enjoy a good book in Africa, or read your animal guide books of birds. And then obviously the bedding, as you can see, all branded. It's for bushwhacker, it's for the camelback, it's for the Zambezi rental. It's the great way to enjoy yourself in camping. We've got a good work surface in here, which you can put your books, your laptops. You can sit and work in here if you need to. You can prepare a meal in there. You can make tea and coffee, all that space. And then in here we do just have a little work surface that adds that value to your surface. Double up, you can sit and eat something here, or make this your workstation. It's up to you. Lots of little pockets and places to store odds and ends. We have another drawer under here, which we call maybe a shoe drawer, or whatever. You put your shoes and odds and ends in that drawer too, so that's there. Under the bed we have space too, so we lift the bed up, and there is a strap you can use to hook it up out of the way. Hooks up there. Here is more storage, and in there is your Victron inverter system, so that gives you access to 220 volts while out camping in the bush. And there's a Victron system here which I'll run through now too. Your MPPTs are your solar system regulators, and then you have your switch over and your DB box that gives you access to your control panel and power supply. This unit comes with a 100-litre water capacity on board, and it also has a second fuel tank, so you've got 160 litres of fuel capacity. So it gives you very good range, and especially in Namibia, there's good access to fuel stations, so it really allows you the freedom of travel. Here we have our Victron MPPT controllers installed. One is for the main roof panel, and the second one is for your external panel, so that they power up the lithium battery mounted below the floors, 100 amp hour lithium battery. And then here we have a row of switches that give you access to your lights, pump, and USB, odds and ends, mains, power supply. And then we have a three-way switch there, which is very important to know that your utility is your power supply from the grid power. And if you're in the bush and you need power to run a laptop or charge cameras, you would use your inverter power, which is the bottom section there. That allows you then to use access from your inverter via the batteries to give you power to charge certain devices. In the center it's off. So that's very important. It's always a good advice, possibly at some point before you come to Africa and want to rent a camelback camper, download the Victron app on your Play Store. It gives you access then to the apps to then actually see what your power supplies are telling you while you're out in the bush camping. And it'll also give you a bit of confidence in knowing how to operate the product. So bear in mind that this unit is fully off-grid set up, so that you don't have to hook up to main shore power, 220 volt input if necessary. Everything will run from solar and give you the freedom of travel. Okay, another important point just to mention that our camelbacks do come with USB points, comes with a water meter which indicates the level of your water tank. And then your access to power supply, 220 volt power supply, is this plug over here. There's one over there and there's one in the kitchen. Remember, if you're coming from Europe, bring a 2-point plug. It does have access to 2-point European and the 3-point Namibian plug as standard in the rig. And there's a main switch over there too for that. So you've got access to power, 12 volt, USB and 220 volt from this built-in inverter. And then while you're traveling, important feature too, we have a Victron DC to DC charger installed, so your alternator at the same time while you're traveling is charging the system. So you've got backup from alternator, solar, and shore power 220 volt input. So that's all part of the three-way charging security that you ensure that your batteries remain full and you have power to run your fridge, which is very important for cold water, good cool drinks, and obviously a cold beer at night. Very important. One last thing at the back door here, you'll see there's a sticker that says here, keep your canvas closed. Once you've pulled down your top, we'll highlight it again in the closing feature. Zip up your canvas back door to that point as additional buffer to any dust ingress. We do have a air vent built into the top, but obviously Namibia is a very dusty country, so preparation is key, ensuring that we keep the dust out of your interior where your clothing and bedding is. And that's important to bear in mind. So there we are. We're just about ready to run through the final set of how we're packing up your camelback before you depart for your next adventure and next camp. Something else that we need to mention, when you travel around Africa, this is a diesel vehicle. Diesel, you're going to need diesel to keep your engine running. So fill up this guy. It's not a standard filler as you would expect on the side of the car. It's a modified filler. It sits here on the left-hand side, passenger side. There's your diesel filler. You have a little lift-up lever. Press that, comes up, twist, open up the cap. And just explain to your service guy that fills the car for you, don't overspeed the filling. Just go slowly, get the airflow in and out at the right speed. You'll soon understand if you're going too fast, it may create a back flush on air. Otherwise, that's where you fill up your diesel. It takes, like I said, I think 160 liters of dual fuel tanks. Your main tank sits below your auxiliary tank. So your auxiliary tank will keep your gauge full for at least maybe 400 kilometers before it starts dropping on your main gauge in the cab. So just bear in mind, you will be spending a lot of time showing full, but that's the dual fuel tank. Right, let's go around to the water side where you fill in the water. On the driver's side is where we fill up the water tank. As I mentioned, there's almost 110 liters of water capacity. Fills up here. It's got a key on that side too, so that people can't fiddle with it. And obviously, it's not locked at the moment, but it's simple open and close. Water inlet, same thing. Don't overfill too fast. You get air locks, and it can then restrict the input into the tank. So just bear that in mind. And then below this filler, we have what we call a gravity outlet tap. This guy drains the water from your main tank, so you can use it also while you're traveling. Open up, get some water out just to wash your hands before you climb into cab. So that's the access to water if you're on the road traveling. At the back, we have a second tap. That one can be used to bypass your main tank, and if you need to use your shower with external water, you can use that point. There is a diagram in the little box that gives you instructions how to use that system. It's called the bypass system. So guys, we've had a great camp. Unfortunately, it always comes to an end. It's time to pack up, and just follow us through the sequences as we pack up and give you some advice and tips on how to fold away, prepare, and plan for the next camp experience when you get to your destination. So, Carla, Milan, we're going to now set up. We need some bags to put the stuff back into. Carla can carry on and then pack away the bedding and prepare the inside. You and I will do the shower cubicle. So the shower cubicle, why I'd like to just focus on this, as we opened it up, there's a trick to opening it up, there's a trick to closing it. Get it right, it's easy, and it works. Get it wrong, and you struggle. So the first thing we do is we release these clips from the main frame, all around. So that's all done. Then we press the buttons on here, release the pole clip, give it a tap, drop that part down, do the same with the back, bring it back down to the lower height like that. So that's stage 2. There's a little clip in here which you release, that does that, allows us to press this middle section away, which is the spring tensioner, lift this up together like that, allow it down to the floor, and lie it over to one side and bring that one over. Bring it over, bring them all together. All 4 legs come together like that in a bundle. And then we've got those 2 straps. Just put that in there. And it's easy as that. So get it right. It folds up nicely. Get it wrong and you can struggle. So just follow that sequence. First of all, clip off the clips around the mainframe. Drop the mainframe down to height. Release the tensioner in the middle. Bring it apart. Bring it out into a long stretched shape and then fold it all together in one bundle. Then we'll put the shower arm rows away in that bag. I'll help here with this little clip on the back door. Just helps you in the windy conditions and going in and out. Sometimes you do grab this door, keeps it in place. So release that. This nozzle we just fold back and put it in there. In this area where the geyser is, you can keep your washing up cloths and soaps and odds and ends. There's a nice little area to keep that stored. Hot water system, min-max flow on the gas. And that allows you to get hot and cold water. And you can preset your temperature with a little dial over here giving you the temperature for shower. So shower around 30 to 35 degrees on average is a good setting. Right. And obviously the slower the water flows through a gas system like this, the hotter it comes out. You can reach up to 60 degrees temperature. Good. Done that, turn this light off there. Keep your finger pressed on it. Come on. Maybe the thumb is better. Yes. There we go, just to give it a tap. Close that down like that. Good trick too is when you close these press lock latches, you can use the palm of your hand. Gives you more force. Solid and closed. Right, the basins. This is a good chest action. 1, 2, 3, done. Frame, clip out. There we go, here's your bag for that. Just pull it up. It latches out. This lightweight aluminium, fold it in half, clip it in, and drop it in the bag. Right. So that goes in there. You add the basins and drying rack, and that part's done. We can just bring this open. Forget. How are you doing, Carla? You winning in there? Yeah. That's good news. Right, that's there. So that goes back in on the left-hand side with the bungee cord, the door entrance with your shower pole. Those two we can store in there. Yeah. Right, so then once that's done, right guys, let's fold up the tent. So we'll start by removing these spring rods. Remember they're under tension, so it's very important to press back. You'll see there's a little rubber cap on there in case it does ever slip out of your hand, it won't damage you. Back, remove the tension on the eye, release the eye, drop it down until the tension's free in your hand, then slide it out. Safe action. Carla, you going to do the middle one for us? Yeah. There we go, and slide it out. Perfect. Those are the 3 rods. They are red. Remember, for the bed is always red, blue at the back. Then we're going to release all the elastic shock cords under the bed. There's 3 spaces, 3 hooks, 1 in the middle, 2 at the ends. Release those. And then the fly sheet also has a hook on the back corners there that we need to release. Then we just grab the canvas, bring it up, so it frees up there. That gives us access to the pole, and on the pole we have a little clip over here which you press in. Just take a bit of pressure upwards, press the pin in, and that allows the pole to slide in and shorten its length. So we just press it in like that, it goes like that. Then we can take that in there. So another good trick, possibly what I would suggest, is those 3 spring rods that we took out. Where are they? Let's put them in there, then you know where they are the next time you set up camp. It's always nice to have everything in a place where it's easy accessible and one doesn't forget where they are. So now we're just going to fold this back. It's important that we press this through the doorway like that. This guy goes around like that, and then together. So we have one hand up here, Milan, and press in. Make sure it doesn't jam there. It's important to push it through. Then it's very simple. Just fold the material in and close. And that's it, as easy as that. Your bed's folded away. We can now proceed and go in and pull down the main top front section, drop that down, remove the back spring rods, and roll that little canvas cover up, and we can proceed then to put the stuff inside and close up. So there's a nice big strong grab handle in the roof. You just grab that and pull down gently and keep your head out of the way sometimes, just to, in case it drops the last bit. Yeah, then we just remember that elastic shock cord, that's important. Bring it down to the central area, and that ensures that everything folds in nicely when you close the main pop top. But I would leave that open first because you're going to load some stuff in. Okay, so what you're going to do now, Carla, is pass the shower cubicle. Put that in the black bag. There's a long black bag here that goes in there.
This one?
Yes, that goes in there. Okay, I can just lay inside on the bed. Shower cubicle we'll put in there on top of the bed area too, in the length. There's 2 chairs will go in. The gas stove. That can just go up on top of that tabletop. Let's proceed by closing up the kitchen area.
Yeah.
So we start with the small poles. So we're going to fold the back section in first, but two legs.
The back section.
Yeah, so we do the legs first. So this ratchet strap has a little lever here that you need to press to release, and sometimes it's difficult under tension. So you just give this a bit of a press, take off the tension, it releases easily and allow it just to open up enough to get this out of the hook.
Right.
But bear in mind too that if you're in windy conditions, and sometimes it is that when you're packing up, you've got a lot of wind blowing around, one of you must hold a arm just to be sure so it doesn't go all crazy. But like I said, we fold the back arm in first. So bear in mind the 2 hinge points on the arms of the bush fan awning, the 180, are stepped. So the back one is closer to the mounting frame to the front one. So when you open up, your front one comes forward first, then the back one folds out. So you reverse that for the folding up. So now we're going to fold the back one in first, and then the forward one in afterwards. So you guys can proceed then. Just remember, we're going to store those straps in the hinge bracket of your awning, so it's easy to find and locate next time you open up. We get to a point where you need to release the front arm too, that otherwise it jams up. So now we can push the back arm flush against the body, push the flat arm in all the way. There it is, that's flush. Now you bring in the front arms, those two arms, and it comes together nice and tight. Then you make sure your triangle, if you take this material here, just give it a pull. All right, so this triangle is important that you get it nice and flat. So sometimes you might just give it a good shake. Any leaves or whatever you've been under a tree, it's fallen on there, clean it out, make sure it's flat, take it, and roll it over. And then if you like, you can do it together. It also helps, roll it up nice and tight. This is where that little step will help. So you can drop the step down, find the middle strap, all right, so Milan, that's the important one. So you put that in there and really pull it nice and tight at the same time pushing it in. There, that's it. Now we can do the second strap. All right, then we tuck it in. Lift up the arms a bit as you do it, yeah. And then we pull the cover down and zip it up. Yeah, that goes into that arm. From the end. Push it in from the end into the hinge bracket. There. Yes, that's it. Actually, follow the process. Following the sequence of packing away the awning makes it a very simple process. Opening up front first, then the back, closing up, reverse that back in, then front, bring them together, roll it up nice and tight, pull the strap together and zip up, and that's done. And simple as that. So now we're going to just pack away the step and do the last closing up, and we're good to go. So with the back step, it's quite a simple process again. Reverse what we did when we fitted the step. Grab the bottom, concertina it back into its shape all the way up to the top. Put your hand onto the top rung and then slide it out and drop it into the bag. If you're using this back box for wood, for instance, then you can drop this into the back of the camelback itself. Otherwise, it's a nice spot out of the way. Just twist the whole bag onto its end and drop it in. And then the ground sheet, another important and a good trick for a ground sheet is always pick it up in the middle when you fold it up. So you grab it in the middle, each side. That allows the dirt and leaves and muck to fall away from your ground sheet. You're not capturing it. Give it a shake, fold it in half again, and then just concertina it, basically roll it up towards itself. And you can do bigger folds too if you like. And that allows you then a nice tight net, and you put it away in this little carry bag. Now we can put away your step. Pull down the top. Right, we're going to demonstrate, if you remember what I said about the canvas door, we need to release this Velcro there. Give it some there. And just zip it right up to the top, and that basically is a second buffer to any possible dust ingress into your camper. Close the back door. Yeah, we can do that too. Yeah, clip that down. You'll see on these clips is a little strap, so for the shorter people, we can get access to pulling them down and lifting them up too. Bring them in. So on those swing arms, there's a safety pin that must go into a latch on the bracket on top of the bumper, so bear that in mind. And then there's a nice strong toggle clamp that clamps it in place. We've got to do the front latches on the tent and put away the two tables. Right guys, so let's do the final checks. Carla, you're going to pack up the two camping tables. You'll check your latches and just do a walk around and make sure everything is secure on the vehicle. And then we're just about good to go. So on these tables, yeah, basically just, Carla, take it like this, stand behind the table, put this against your knees so you can lean over, and then you fold them in together like that. Okay. One like that, one like that, and then the Velcro should be at the top so it's easy accessible. Yeah. Give that to me, Salong. That's one. Right, you can slide that in. Just pull it through. Here we are. Perfect. Before we move on, just 360 around your rig. Double check, tires look okay, doors are all closed. This air vent for the fridge can be opened sometimes too. If you're traveling, it allows airflow, so there's an air vent there. Just walk through, check awning's done, the latches are secure. Right guys, so just about time to leave. You've had a great camp. Just like to say once again, thank you very much for being part of the production, Milan. And I hope you enjoy your trip further. Carla, for being part of the team and on board, and your first good camping experience in a camelback. So yeah, fantastic. Have fun, drive safe, and keep in touch. All right, guys, cheers. So there you are, guys, the Bushwhacker Camelback Camper, the ultimate rental vehicle to explore Namibia and Africa. Contact Zambezi Car Rental today in Namibia. Go online and make your booking, the Bushwhacker experience, taking you further.